Okay, welcome everybody to a series of video tutorials that I thought I would record over the course of this semester to go alongside the workshops that we're going to be engaging with over the next 7 or 8 weeks. And the reason why I thought I would do this is because part of what we're doing this semester is we're going to be not only looking at the practice of art, we'll also be touching on the philosophy of art, and I'll also be talking to you about the actual history and the journey that an image can go through, and we're going to be part of that, as I said, over these few weeks. And the way we're going to be doing that is that we're going to have a project that's going to run through the first half of each tutorial, in which we're going to be building a canvas. So we're actually going to be making the surface that painters have always traditionally painted on. So there are many surfaces that we can use. So we can use board, we can use walls, we can use brick, we can use cement. But the traditional one has always been canvas that has been stretched over a wooden frame and then prepared so that the artist can actually create their masterpiece on it. Now, we won't have time throughout the course of this semester to actually start working on a painting on it, but what we will do is start from the very beginning, so literally with the wood and with the screws, and we'll build it up until the point where we've stretched the canvas over it and we've primed it ready to go. And what I hope that you'll pick up from this process is that there's more to an image than just the image, that you can actually get involved in the whole process, and as you become involved in the whole process, you become part of its history, you become part of really what that image is all about. And you'll also see from this that art isn't just a craft, it's not just a process that has an outcome at the end of it, and we know what the outcome is going to look like. It's about being very organic, and that, you know, perhaps, and this happens quite a lot, the idea that you had at the beginning of, you know, when you wanted to draw an image or if you wanted to make a painting, as you move through the process of creating that image, it actually changes. And so I'm trying to show you that whilst there is a process and whilst there will be an outcome at the end of it, that it's very organic, and it's really about you as the painter and you as the art philosopher actually really begin to build your knowledge and an appreciation of what you're doing and what other people do as well. So the structure that we're going to be making, the actual canvas that we're going to be making, is going to be very, very simple indeed. And so that we don't have these huge canvases being built in a very short time frame, which will make it very, very difficult, we're going to limit ourselves to creating a wooden stretcher that is 1 foot by 1 foot, so 1 foot square. And once that is done, we're then going to stretch it with canvas and prepare it for actual painting at some stage. Now, when you build a stretcher, certainly one of this size, it's very, very simple indeed. So what I thought I might do is to show you a drawing of what it's going to look like, and then in the next tutorial I'll go through the actual equipment that we're going to be using. So it really is just a square frame made out of wood. And so what we'll do as part of these tutorials is we will learn how to cut the wood. So we'll learn how to measure it out correctly, learn how to cut it so that we have right angles. Obviously the beauty of having right angles when you do something like this is that all the bits of wood fit together nice and neatly. And what it will do, hopefully, is also show you that you know, whilst you can go to a shop and buy those pre-prepared stretchers, you actually get a lot more enjoyment and a lot more involvement, and you get a bigger appreciation of the emotion and the love and the effort that goes into actually producing something like this. So next time you go to an art gallery and you see a fantastic old master's painting, for instance by Caravaggio or Rembrandt, you'll be able to look at it and you'll actually know the process behind it. So it's not just the image, you'll be able to know where the site of that image is, where it was created, who created it, and where it is now. And you may remember from week 1 that we're talking about this almost as art as immigrant, you know, so you know, it's more than just about the image, there is a huge amount of history in it as well. So we literally have a piece of wood, 4 bits of wood in a frame, 1 foot square, and what we'll do is we'll make sure that this is all secure and it fits well in together, and then when we get into week 3, so after the semester break, we'll then start to